What's up, y'all? This your boy.
The animation age well. Dialogue inside of some of the scenes. The question is, did this age well? Yes. Hey guys, I'm Ember and this is Fluffy. And over on our channel, we do a lot of anime. So check us out.
Make sure to stick around because Rob will give insight into the different art styles of the two Trigun series. Thanks, Rob, for inviting us to your channel. And now on to Trigun.
I remember it was like this dramatic intro where it was, we need to find out about this man who has this $60 billion double dollars on his head. And then we see him like sitting there inside of the restaurant. He had this serious look. All we see is there's a big like boomerang come through and it like flash off the top of the building. And then we see Vash stand up. We see him like go into this goofball pose and then he like skadoodles slither, some type of like weird thing off of the screen. And everybody was like, this can't be the man.
Trigun does a really good job of showing that there are bad guys and then there are people who do bad things for good reason. And then there's Vash. So that's the first half of this series. He just really is about not killing. He wants to protect everyone. And his mottos is love and peace.
Love and peace.
Halfway through, you find out that there's someone who's hunting Vash, and you really don't feel like they're keeping information from you. It's almost like you feel they're giving you everything you need, and then you find out later that there's more that you don't know. And it just does that really well. Through Millie and Meryl, we find out that Vash is really not that bad of a person, and he really just doesn't even want to attack anyone. He doesn't even want to use his gun. He doesn't use his gun until later on, and it's to protect villagers who were trying to kill him. A lot of people will start attacking him because they want the money that's on his head.
This show kind of flips it on his head, right? You think Vash is this big, bad, $60 billion double dollar person, but he is not really. But then the town folks out there looting, polluting, stealing, killing, like slashing him up. And they really is the ones who seem evil inside of all of this. But then when you hear about why they doing things, it's because they ain't got no money or like they trying to just protect their family and stuff. Then it's like, well, you know, I could see how they would think if this bad person was coming in, they was gonna try to protect themselves from them.
Something that's reoccurring in this plot is that a lot of people don't know what Vash looks like. They only know a description of him. They always say that he wears a red jacket, he has blonde hair, he is this amazing sharpshooter, and that's all that they're basing Vash off of. So they really mistake a lot of people as Vash, and that's what happens in that first episode. Meryl and Millie, who are part of the insurance company that is going after Vash, they think this other person is Vash just because of his red jacket. They just want to assume that everyone is Vash, whoever is coming through and just is destroying the town. They're like, oh my god, it's Vash. So it's almost like he's the urban legend that gets stuck together with all these other stories of people coming through and
it's almost like people
mayhem.
put their envisionment of who he is.
I like the main four, and I love Millie and Meryl because they're such strong female characters without having to like put it in your face. Like they're not the like girl power kind of people, but they're like strong enough. And then they're also really great comedic relief. Millie and Meryl brought so much character to the plot, and it's almost like you could see through their eyes because they knew as much as the audience.
You don't really know if Millie like not smart or smart. She have a very high emotional IQ. I noticed that. And I love like her connection to family and stuff like that. Like I saw myself inside of Millie. That's why. Like it was a little bit of me inside of her. And
she's a very deep character and but portrays herself as this kind of ditzy person.
Yeah, aloof. Just, you know, very much like that. She was my favorite character. So I think they really shooting themselves in the foot by not having her inside of the next series.
Knives is such a good antagonist, and especially just like a good foil to Vash because Vash is so innocent and he wants everyone to live.
At times, Vash's ideologies, while they were wonderful, it sometimes felt so unrealistic to me.
Idealistic.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what Knives was trying to get through to Vash is like, it's great that you will have this pacifistic, you know, viewpoint on
pacifist
life.
route.
Yeah, but it's not sustainable or it's not logical. And Vash's whole purpose for being on the planet they are on, being on that planet and protecting the
I
people
think
was
it's
trying
Gunsmoke.
was oh really? But him being on this planet and protecting everyone and trying to get everyone to just be peaceful was Vash trying to show his brother that it could be possible. That's what I feel.
Even though Knives is like the bad guy in all of this, I feel like the way that he was thinking about things and approaching it is a very practical, realistic viewpoint
It's
of the
logical.
world.
Yeah, that's one thing that's so great about this anime. It really makes you question our morals. And of course, Vash and Knives are both big extremes of those situations. But what would happen if you had those two people fighting against each other?
Yeah.
I was joking with Nikita. I was like, there's an evil sax man in it who has a saxophone. And I was like, man, that'd be great if like that saxophone guy just played saxophone every time Legato came on the scene. And then it happened. He was behind Legato and Legato was there and it was just like, it was ridiculous. How could you not laugh at that scene? But it's so great. It's so over the top and extra. Legato is just extra. He's extra.
In all ways. His clothing,
his hair, his voice,
his attitude, his demeanor of life.
The way he just like stands there and just laughs. Like he's great. He's hilarious.
Like Legato montage, please.
Yeah, the ending, I do want to say, I didn't really understand what happened at the end. I really didn't understand the ending.
I don't even know if I could provide clarity for that because I know that ending either. The question is, did this age well? Yes. That's the short answer. I don't know. Like the ending felt very unsatisfying. And it's clearly like this is an open story and it didn't have the manga source material. Like you could tell.
Yeah, it obviously kind of made up a lot of stuff that wasn't complete yet in the manga, but probably watching it back then people didn't care as much. I think watching now I really am.
I mean, when you look at the animation of it all, Amelia, like there was literally points where one air was high and one air was low. Like the animation age well.
Yeah,
let's say that.
Yeah, the whole series and the plot, it holds up. The animation is very stylistically unique and I love how every character is drawn, but some of the scenes are a little wonky.
I feel like there was points where they didn't even like animate the hand. I remember this one scene where I said, look at them hands, but like the hands literally was like clubs. They was like clubbers.
Yeah, I do remember one scene where it was like Wolfwood and Vash, and they just like literally they were supposed to be walking, but it's just them like sliding across the screen, and it's pretty funny. Like we were laughing so much throughout this whole. There's so many things that were trying to be serious that were just hilarious.
The dialogue inside of some of the scenes.
Legato was built up to be this like
huge bad guy.
Huge bad guy.
He just was so willing to kill himself and be like, yeah, kill me, brother.
Yeah.
I took your hand. Ha, ha, ha.
And then at the end, he's just like, yeah, kill me. Shoot me now.
I also feel like I didn't understand the purpose of Legato. Yeah, Knives was like inside of the tank repairing himself. But why would Legato blindly follow Knives? Like that didn't make no sense to me.
Yeah, there's nothing explained about the backstory of Legato. My theory is that Knives was using him as a catalyst for Vash to become more like Knives. He wanted Vash to hate him, to kill him, and for that moment to like kind of awaken something in Vash. I don't think it actually worked. It didn't. But that's my theory of why Knives was using Legato. I don't know why Legato was just going along with it. He was like, yeah, I'll use your brother's arm.
Why? I feel like that was not answered. Oh, the Gunho gang. Yeah, I feel like we didn't really get a lot of them. They was just kind of there. They was funny though. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them was like, sir, you're not a bad guy. You need to like repurpose your life.
Yeah, I do feel like they were kind of thrown in right at the end. I don't know if they were necessarily needed.
To tell the story, right?
To tell the story, but they were there. They were definitely there for sure.
Yeah, it felt, because it's like, so Legato clearly was like the be-all bad guy. He didn't even feel like a final boss to me because I feel like Vash beat him so easy. Vash was like, bomb, 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 bomb. Okay, you dead.
Yeah. That's what I guess Legato was also an alien because
Really?
he had telepathic
That's true.
abilities,
That's true.
which was only really seen with Vash and Knives.
Hmm.
Yes, it was very entertaining. But it's a very entertaining plot and they're very entertaining characters. So
Hmm.
even within the first episode, you're very charmed by
Hmm.
Vash as a character and you want to keep watching. So
Yeah.
it was very entertaining in that aspect.
Yeah, I remember when all his clothes was off. Not like the bad way kind, but like all his clothes was off, and like we saw all of the scars and all of the things inflicted on him by humankind, and it made me feel like Jesus, humans just suck. It was entertaining. That transition.
Like, where is she going with it? The plot is also good. Obviously, there were things that were missing,
Rob met
and
the manga.
but the anime does feel a little empty in that aspect. It
Hmm.
gives you just enough that you can be satisfied, but then a part of you also wants to know more.
I will not be one of those people online who be like, it's the best thing ever. Like, it is flawless. Like, it's not flawless. It have plot holes inside of it. It have
Mhm.
instances where the characters aren't fully developed. But for an anime inside of the 90s, it stands the test of time.
Overall rating for Trigun. This is obviously my first time watching it all the way through. Overall, a solid 9. It's a good anime.
Oh my god! So,
My thing is if even if you have like a slow beginning, the plot is interesting enough and that how they did it in Trigun, it just
mhm,
was really good for me.
it
Um
was the characters for me.
and also I guess it is surprising for you because it is technically
Shonen.
shonen.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not a shonen type of person.
And
So I
Rob's
feel very
community,
polite.
if you don't know Rob's community, I'm not a huge shonen person.
Hmm.
I just don't like
You're more
shonen.
like mystery ish. I have to say, nostalgia hits me hard. 10 out of
Mm.
10. This
Wow.
is this still gives me the feeling that I had when I first watched this on Adult Swim. You have to watch this. Like, you have to see it. I mean, I know they have the new reboot, but you gotta see it. If you guys like those types of things, definitely check out our channel. We're very much I don't think we weebs. We just like people, anime enthusiasts. I feel like that's what we are.
The weebs.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll catch you guys later and we'll head it back over to Rob.
So this Trigun Stampede series will be done by Studio Orange, who they are mostly known for doing the Beastars anime and Land of Lustrous, but they are also known for doing one of my favorite little gems, Dimension W. Now, of course, I know a lot of people have some hesitation because the new Trigun series will be CGI art style, and so a lot of people are kind of, hesitant because of, the bad rap that a lot of CGI stuff gets, but be open-minded to at least trying it out. And so with that being said, thank you so much for watching and or listening, and you can catch your boy Rob everywhere at Dan Needs to Talk, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.